Hey, Coaching You for You family, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tonight, I just want to share a little bit about, drum roll please, what's going on with you. I'd like to first welcome you and remind you that you got to trust yourself. You don't trust yourself, there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. There's absolutely nothing in it. Just give me a second here. I'm trying to get some technology together. As usual, my Wi-Fi is trash. I mean, trash. And I have Verizon. It's trash. Hold on for 1 second. We are going to get rid of this background that seems to be creating a lot of unnecessary gray spaces. Today, I just want to share this quickly. I'd like to shout out to all of the small business owners who are doing their thing and getting it done. Don't give up and don't expect, people near and dear to offer all of the support to you. Understand that that's going to come from a lot of different places and you have to be prepared to expect that. Shout out to Bruce Boyd, who is taking the time to mentor our children. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you so very much. And for those of you who are working with kids, don't stop. They need you. There's a lot of stuff going on out here. I also like to say that when we don't see the value in our community, we can't protect ourselves. I want to remind you that our community belongs to us. And so let's get started. Yeah, our community belongs to us. We got a little peach fuzz and stuff going on here. I love my natural hair. I just love it. But listen, I want you to know, first of all, hydrate, moisturize your feet, and mind your business. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself. Hydrate. Our topic tonight is about when we don't see, understand, our value, our self worth, nobody else will. Because if we cannot first see it in ourselves, nobody else can see it either. No, that's a fact. If we cannot value first, no one else will value. And when we sell ourselves short and don't add tax to our self worth and value, that's not a good thing. What is tax? What is tax, Annette? I am Annette. I am your host here at Coaching You for You. What is tax? What do I mean when I say add tax? I mean that the access code to you should first be respect. So, understanding who you are, your self worth, and why it matters makes a huge difference in how you deal with people and how people deal with you. Hey, look, I tell you all the time, this is my experience, strength, and hope. What doesn't apply, please let it fly. Let it fly. Time is short. And understanding, it took me a long time to get to a real place of comfort after high school. And when I got there, I promised myself that I would find a way not only to stay there, but to get better at being there. In order to value yourself and to understand your self-worth, you have to first like yourself. You have to like you first. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. You'll have people trying to tell you things like, Well, if you're going to do this, you need to do this. It's okay if everybody else is doing something and your response is, no, that's not for me. That's okay. It's okay to be there. It's okay to understand that we're all different. It's okay to understand that the things I value, you might not. You know, I value loyalty. I value friendship. I'm worth that. I'm worth it. I know what I'm worth. And when I tell you that I'm independent, I'm not telling you that I don't need other people. Independence is a gift and it comes with self confidence. Don't let people sell you short by telling you to drop your standards. Lower your standards. You want too much. You're asking for too much. You are not. You are not. Everybody wants to communicate with family, friends, and lovers with a fully functioning adult. There's nothing wrong with that. And selling yourself short by saying, well, maybe my standards are too high. Maybe I want too much. What's wrong with what you want? Self evaluate first. Take a look at yourself. What is it you want? What is it that you want to do? Allergies, you guys already know, nose, mouth, everything. But what is it you want to do? What are you looking for in the relationships that you've established with family, friends, lovers, and foe? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? What I determine as a true and real friendship first begins with loyalty and then great communication. I don't think that's asking for too much. And if it is, ah, fret you none, be off with you. I don't think if I make clear to you that I am interested, excuse me, allergies, if I'm interested in bowling, for example, and because you don't have an interest, you refuse to take part. That's your right. But understand, I'm still going to go bowling. Understand that I'm still going to do the things that require that I take care of me. A part of my self worth includes me eating better, self care. Part of that is eating better. I'm working on that. I think I've done a good job. I've lost some weight and I'm healthier. I'm healthier than I've been in a long time, and I'm quite happy about that. Take your time, be who you are. You don't have to compromise. You do have to learn to play in the sandbox and play on teams if you want to socialize or deal with people. You do. But it doesn't mean that you have to compromise yourself and you have to lower your standards. My standards aren't too high. If I'm going to be dating, I want a guy who understands who he is, what he wants, and where he wants to be. It's called adulting. I don't think that's a big deal. And if he tells me he's not sure of who he is or where he wants to be or what he's doing or where he's going, I'm with it. I'll talk to you later. Doesn't mean we can't be cool. It just means I'll talk to you later. So understanding who I am and what I am took time to develop. It did. And I work on it all the time. And there are times when I take a look at myself and I know that I've got work to do. Every morning I rise and I just ask God to build a hedge, protect me, guide me, and direct me. Because left to my own design sometimes, I know I'll self destruct. So I don't need anybody else to help me do that. I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. My standards are not too high. Not in with family. I love my family. But everybody in my family will tell you I refuse to get caught up in any chaos. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it's about. I don't care, what the circumstances. I don't want to do that. I think in every situation, no, I know from my experience, that we can talk about things, we can share about things, we can meet each other, in the middle of the road and decide where we're going to be because we love each other. And when we can't, we in the middle of the road, we have to be adult enough with family to be able to go our separate ways on those particular issues. Yeah. I know my self-worth. I know who I am. I know that there is value to me, and I know that I bring value to the table. And I've often eaten alone and been very, very comfortable. Yep, I have. I like having choices that involve me. I do. And I've learned that if I take my time and I do the things that I'm supposed to be a better person on a regular basis, I can be a better person for the people I deal with. But I have to first do it for me. And in doing it for me, I have to like myself enough to want to put the work in. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. She said, "Hello, gorgeous." Get up and tell yourself that every day. Man, woman, boy, or child. Tell yourself you're gorgeous. We were made to live and love. And in love is one of the best places to be in the world. However, being in love with another human being will require compromise, but it does not require that you lower your standards. Nope, it doesn't. And so often I hear people say, if you want to do this, you have to do this. No, I don't. Not unless that's exactly what I want to do. I don't have to do that. I have to live, eat, breathe, be healthy, and prepare for my future as if I'm going to have one. That's what I have to do. Day at a time. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I need. The right one comes along, I'm going to work with it. Trust me, I am. And me being independent has nothing to do with it. And sisters and brothers, check this out. When a person has a sufficient amount of self confidence, if you're a man, a woman won't be intimidated that you're independent. If you're an adult man, if you're an adult woman, he won't be intimidated that you're independent. She won't be intimidated that you're independent. Whether it's a man or a woman, when people are comfortable in their own skin, they know that trying to force others to change is a waste of time. When people change, they change because they want to. When I do things, I do it because I want to. When I change behavior that I've been checked on a number of times, it's because I want to. It's not because somebody forced me, it's because I want to. I love a family member enough to take a look at what they're telling me they don't like. Same thing for my friends. Same thing for my, partners. Same thing for people I do business with. I'm willing to take a look at me. I do that regularly. I would encourage you to do the same only because it gives you your strength, and don't ever lose hope about who or what you are, what you can be, because we don't know what tomorrow will bring. It might bring just what you need. Yeah, that could happen. We don't always get what we want, but we do get what we need. Even when we're not comfortable with it, we get what we need. And it's okay. So please, please examine yourself. I promise you'll be so much happier. Don't try to control other people, places, or things. It's not worth it. When you know your self worth and your value, you are capable of dealing with anybody else. But when you cannot see it in yourself, you certainly are not going to be able to see it in other people. Yeah, that's a fact. You won't. So take your time, exhale, and be the best person that you can be, doing what you need to be where you want to be. And when people don't value you, I don't care who it is, don't be afraid to move on. And here's another tip: be careful. I spoke about this earlier on another social media platform. Be careful about fear because a lot of times fear will show up as your gut instinct, when in fact, it's just fear. It's just fear. That's all it is. It'll show up as a gut instinct. We know the difference, but sometimes we have to be reminded, and we have to be reminded by ourselves. Is this my gut instinct or is it just simply fear? Sometimes what we call our gut instinct is actually fear. Yeah, I was today years old when I learned it and recognized it again. Yeah, I'm constantly learning. I don't know everything, but what I know, I know. And my experience has taught me that if I first understand my self worth and value myself, those who do the same will understand who I am and what I'm doing. The lack of self worth, the lack of value that you see in yourself will cause you to look at others and judge them harshly and judge them based on what you think and not what you know. So, we don't always get what we want, but we get what we need. Be careful about what you tell people because sometimes when they don't understand, they don't have that self worth, they'll devalue what you shared and add to it, and not always in a positive way. So, hey, look up, boost up. I am your host here at Coaching You For You. We have some exciting things coming your way. It's taking time. We're just doing some great things. We're doing some great things, and we're taking our time with it so that we get it right. We want to measure twice and cut once. So, we're going a lot of places, and we hope that you'll come with us. We are. So, again, thank you. Please remember that you are worthy of whatever it is you seek that's positive. You're worthy of it. And you have value. No matter how other people behave, you have value. Recognize your self worth and your value. Don't sell yourself short and always add tax. And that tax is access, is first respect. Thank you for joining me tonight. Have a great evening. And, go do something good for yourself. Self care is important too.